shloka for today, the 28th shloka, has the theme Tatanka Mahima. Tatanka is a pair of earrings. Mahima is the grace and glory. Tatanka Mahima is the glory of the goddess's earrings. As you see here, her earrings are the sun and the moon themselves. She has them as her ornaments. And the shloka conveys this and takes this symbolism forward in some way. We'll keep this imagery at the back of our minds while we are relishing the meaning of the shloka. One more attribute, one more feature of the shlokas of Soundarya Lahari is their prayoga, which is they are very, very profound tools of Tantra. It's not just that they have a lot of poetic brilliance and imagery that is being conveyed by Adi Shankara. All of them are profound tools for sadhana as well. And the prayoga for the 28th shloka is done like this, which gives a siddhi of sumangalitvam, which means these words don't have equivalence in English. But most Indians understand what a sumangali is. Mangala is auspicious. Sumangali is the one who is auspicious, the one whose life is shubha or peaceful, pleasant. Sumangalitvam in a very English translated sense is somebody's husband lives for a long time. These days, I don't think anybody who has a Western background or a Western mindset understands. So what if your spouse lives for long? Big deal. But hopefully not. This line of thought is not for everybody. But Sumangalitvam is to be auspicious, to have a lot of auspiciousness in life, that life is going smooth without any friction and turbulence and sorrow. And apamrityu nivaranam is the other siddhi, which is untimely death. So death, we can just go into the concept of death and its experience and its importance in life. But it is a huge blessing. Death is a huge blessing if it happens at the right time, in the right place. Apamrityu is untimely death in an unlikely place. So that kind of apamrityu nivaranam, or removal of that kind of death and disaster, happens with the siddhi of this shloka. Sadhana is to be done facing east for a period of 45 days with a chant of 1000 times every single day. And the naivedya that is offered for this during this sadhana is trimadhuram, which is the three kinds of sweets we saw before: sharkara, guda and honey, madhu, and tambulam, which is the betel leaf, and supari. All of these are very, very Indic in their context. And this is the yantra that pertains to the sadhana of this shloka. With 3 bija mantras in a particular shape, we'll look at all of this. This will make sense once we understand the words of the shloka. We'll now learn to chant the shloka correctly. Please repeat the words after me. The first word is Sudham apyasvadya. The word is split as Sudham api asvadya, which becomes Sudham apyasvadya pratibhaya jara mrityu harinim. The component words of this huge word is pratibhaya jara mrityu harinim. The next word is vipadyante vishve vidhishata makhadya. Make sure that your mahapranas are being uttered correctly. It is not vidhishata or vidhisata. Vidhishata. Vidhishata makha adya. Vidhishata makhadya. Divishadaha. Karalam yat kshvelam. Yat kshvelam. Kabalitavata. The next word, kala kalana na shambhos tan moolam. Shambhoho tat moolam becomes shambhos tan moolam tava janani tatanka mahima. Let's do it line by line. Sudhamapyasvadya pratibhaya jara mrityu harinim vipadyante vishve vidhishata makhadya divishadah karalam yat kshvelang kabalitavatah kala kalana Na shambhos tanmoolan tava janani tatanka mahima. The tuneful chant of this shloka is like this. Sudhamapyasvadya pratibhaya jaramratyuharini vipadyante vishve vidhishatamakhadya divishadaha karalam yat kshvelam kabalitavata kalakalana na shambhostanmoolam tava janani tatanka mahima. If you have any questions about the pronunciation, there are some places where there could be questions, like the word la here. For Marathi and Telugu, Kannada speaking people, some Tamil scripts also have the sound la. There they use karalam, yatkshvelam, kabalitavataha, kala kalana. But there is a distinction between la and la. But in Sanskrit language, especially for the meaning of words, there is no distinction wherever la or la is used. So la kind of got done away with time. But if you have la, especially in Telugu scripts, you can read it as la. And also, if you have any problems or doubts uttering this anuswara, the dot on top, shambhos tanmoolantava. It's not mu. And when we give a pause, it becomes moolam tava. If it's read continuously, it becomes moolan tava. If you want to have that discussion further, you can come join me on Zoom. So how we understand the words of this shloka is we stack them up into these layer-wise arrangement of words. How these words are arranged in this layer is the key ideas are pointed using this hand pointers. They are the main ideas that are being conveyed. They are leftmost. Any word of the shloka that supports that idea is one level to the right of it, below it. All the words that support that key idea. If there are other words that describe those child ideas, they are stacked one level below it, like this one. Like what is happening here, this one. So as you see, there are two main ideas that are being conveyed in this shloka. Vishve vipadyante and na kala kalana. So how are these two related? How are they described further? We'll look at it one by one. The first idea is Vishve. In this universe, in this creation, vipadyante. They perish, they get destroyed, they go through vipada, which means destruction and perishing. Who perishes? Divishadaha. Divi is the sky, the Divishada are the celestials, those devas, all Indra, Brahma, they. So all the celestials. Who are they? That is described in the next word. Vidhi. Vidhi means Brahma is the word to refer to the creator, who is Brahma. Shata Makha is a yajna. Shata Makha is the one who performed 100 yajnas, which is a word for Indra. So Indra, Brahma, Adyaha, etc. and others, all of those guys in this creation, Vishve Vipadyante, they perish. When at the time of dissolution, when the entire Srishti comes to an end, all of these devatas also perish. Sudhamapyasvadya vipadyante. Despite having asvadana is having relished, having tasted, there are various words to consume something. There is khadana, khana, which is in Hindi, or bhojana, or asvadana, which is for things that are very delicious, like Sudha, for example, which is Amrita or immortal elixir. Sudhamapi asvadya, despite having consumed and relished that Sudha or nectar, Brahma, Indra and other such celestials still perish. And how is that? What is the nature of that Sudha? Pratibhaya jaram mrityu harinim sudham. Harini is the one who takes away, who removes. What? Jara is old age, Mrityu is death. Pratibhaya is that dreadful or ferocious, very fear-inducing, pratibhaya. Jara and mrityu are like that, old age and death. Sudha, which is nectar, takes away those fears. Despite consuming that and relishing that kind of amrita, Vidhi, Shatamakha and others, Brahma, Indra and others, perish at the time of dissolution. But, so that is the first part. But, na kala kalana, there is no decay in time. Kala is time, kalana is decay. Na kala kalana, there is no decay in time. Kabalitavataha. So one of the words for consuming, like khadana, bhojana or aswadana, is kabalana, which means gobbling up, which means just engulfing. Kabalitavataha, to the one who gobbled up. What? Karalam kshvelam. Yat karalam kshvelam. The ferocious, the fearsome halahala, or the poison that came out of the Sagara Mathana, Kshira Sagara Mathana. So Shiva is said to have drank it up and held it in his throat. Despite having consumed, gobbled that such ferocious poison, there is no decay in time. To whom? Shambhoho. To Lord Shiva, to Lord Shambhu. Shambhoho. Na kala kalana. There is no decay. Tan moolam. The reason for that, the moola is the cause or the root cause for that. Tat moolam becomes tan moolam. Tava janani. Tava is your janani, O mother. Tatanka mahima. The grace and glory of your earrings. Because if he were to decay, in the tradition it goes that the sumangalitva, the symbols of auspiciousness in a wife, they are set aside, and the wife from then on, once her husband passes away, takes on a mode of very intense spiritual sadhana and austerities. She almost becomes like a sannyasi. But because your earrings are so powerful, they don't easily drop away. They are always intact, and you are always a sumangali, an auspicious one. You are never, dry and devoid of the juice of life and auspiciousness, because your earrings are so strong and potent. That is why Adi Shankaracharya is saying Lord Shiva does not have any decay in time. He does not perish even at the time of samhara or dissolution. While all the other devatas, even after consuming not the poison but nectar, despite having consumed that, they all perish at the time of Mahasamhara or the great dissolution. But Shiva or Shambhu, because he is married to you, and your earrings, they don't easily just drop off. He lives on, is what Adi Shankaracharya says very, very beautifully in this 28th Shloka of Soundarya Lahari. This same theme is mentioned in Lalita Sahasranamas, if you guys have been, if you guys are aware of it, as Tatanka Yugali Bhuta Tapanodupa Mandala, which is the Tapana and Udupa. They are the words for Surya and Chandra respectively. So they have become your earrings, and in some ways they are the keepers of time as we know it. And because she has them itself as her ornaments and they are in her control, her husband is of course beyond the control of time. So that is the very beautiful imagery that is captured in this shloka. Once again, the image that conveys this is beautifully depicted like this. Sudhamapyasvadya pratibhaya jaramrityu harinim vipadyante vishve vidhi shatamakhadyadi vishadah karalam yat kshvelang kabalitavata kala kalana na shambhoho tanmulam tava janani tatanka mahima.